Welcome back, everyone. It's FNusa57 here. I am back on NeverWinter on the Xbox One, and today I will be providing you a guide for Volo's Guide to Monsters Volume 2. This is an achievement guide for NeverWinter, and I am on the Xbox One. Now, this is a diamond achievement. Even though it's only worth 5 gamer score, I feel like it should be worth a lot more, and what you have to do for it is you have to complete all of the 2-star hunts in the Soshin Star River area. So this is part of the Jungles of Chult expansion, which is a free expansion, but to get this achievement, it's relatively easy. If you wish to boost it, you're just going to need some friends. Let's go ahead and get started. If you are going to do it by yourself, you are going to need to have this unlocked in the Jungles of Chult campaign. What you are going to need to have unlocked is not only the Monster Hunt rare creatures, but the Monster Hunt epic creatures. This is what allows you to make 2-star lures. Now, the very important part, I mentioned you could boost this achievement. If you have somebody that has that unlocked and they can make the lures for you, as long as you are the one to summon the boss and successfully defeat it, you will be able to get the achievement. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get the pieces that you need. So, there are a total of 6 Tier 1 bosses, 3 Tier 2 bosses. You will need to acquire the pieces from each one of the Tier 1 bosses in order to make and obtain these lures, or simply buy the lures from another player. Up to you however you want to do it. The first set that you will need are Karkrinkos Carpus fragment. This is from the giant crab, relatively easy to obtain. You will also need Claw Graze's saddle. This one is from the Batiri boss and is a little bit more difficult to obtain. For this second set, you will need Splytie's rotten rib, which is a very easy one to obtain, and you will need this one down here, Fang of Dendar's staff. This is from Fang of Dendar. He is harder to get that, but not the hardest one. And then you will need Arachna's Spinneret, and you will need Heditet's Searing Core. That is probably the most annoying of all of them to get, in my opinion. Those are going to be the 6 pieces that you need in order to make the 3 Tier 2 lures, or you need to buy the 3 Tier 2 lures, or trade for them. It's completely up to you how you wish to do it. So the first item that you will make is whatever this guy, Aerotranus Horn. Basically that is the Ceres boss. You will also want to make the Ensorcelled Lure. This is for Thraser D. And then the last and final one is over here, and this is the Jewel-Studded Collar. So that completes the 3 separate items that you need in order to summon the Tier 2 bosses. Now, all we must do is go kill the Tier 2 bosses. For this, I do suggest you bring a friend, or you bring Scrolls of Life or Scrolls of Mass Life. Because if you summon a boss and die, the boss will disappear and you will not get your lore back. Now remember, like I said, as long as you have actually summoned the boss yourself with the lore, you will get credit for this. I don't know if it was originally supposed to be where as long as you were in a group you would get credit for this, because some of my friends have reported that they got credit for it in a group, but I have fought each one of these bosses and not gotten credit for it, even though I was in a group. You have to do it, it seems, as the person to actually summon them. So do excuse me, I'm still a little bit sick, losing my voice. I'll do my best to keep this as short and simple for you, but this is a relatively complicated achievement for such a low gamer score value. Once you come into this river area, you are going to want to make your way through all of these very, very annoying enemies. And we will go to the Ceres boss first. Now, do remember, raptors, they're probably the most annoying of anything, because as long as they are behind you, they can do sneak attack. I'm just trying to get far enough away that I can actually get to the darn Ceres boss. And I went a little bit too far down on the map. Hang on. I actually have to go back up because of the stupid raptors. Alright, there we go. I would have had it, but, yeah. Pally versus raptors. Raptors are very annoying. Now, what you will want to do is clear out the area for each one of these. It is very, very important that when you are fighting this, you make sure you do not have tigers or other NPCs to deal with. My Pally is not fully geared at end game, but I am at 13.5k item level. So, it's just one of those things you don't want to take a chance, if at all possible. That's why I'm on full tank setup, and I have a friend with me in order to do the damage. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and summon Ceres. So, Ceres or Cirrus, however you want to pronounce it, he is this big old rare raptor looking thing. And now I'm basically just going to do my job. I'm going to tank him. If you're a DPS, your job's going to be to do damage to him. So my job is to basically keep my friend alive so he can kill this guy for me. Now remember, if you are after the loot only drops for the entire group. It does not drop for individual people. It's not player specific, but if you only care about the achievement, this is how you get it. Now, you will see that I just got that achievement for completing it because, as I said, I have summoned the other two bosses. But I am going to go ahead and show you the next two bosses that you need to do. So let me link the collar, and that is going to be down right around that area that we have to go to. I got the Dawnhide mask, and I got the ring, which is kind of meh, but, yeah. Like I said, some people have reported that they've been able to get credit for summoning these enemies without actually summoning them, just being in a group. I recommend that you have the item. If you want to make sure that you get the achievement, make sure that you are the one that actually summons it. So we'll take a quick shortcut. Well, not so quick because they'll aggro on me. But try and take a quick shortcut through this camp. If I can actually get through there. You will hate this zone as much as I do because everything is CC. Again, I really wish this achievement was worth more. But it's a rare achievement. You know I'm an achievement hunter. So I have to have it. Now, what you're going to want to do is come up here. This is my favorite boss of all of them. Clear this area out of all enemies, which the group of guys did already. And now, you're going to want to summon this beast. Remember that each one of these beasts can drop an item needed for the tier 3 hunt. So, this is a really nice white tiger. Kind of a hard fight though, or can be a hard fight because that blizzard is man, it can mess with you. But once you get his other little things killed, the other two enemies, you can kill him pretty quickly. And of course I have my partial paralysis procking on him So he pretty much just got destroyed. Now I got the bracers and I got the tier 2 ring. And now we will do the third boss required for this achievement. Okay, so here we are outside of the tomb. It is not marked on the map. It's not up here. It's actually down here. If you can get by these enemies without fighting them, good. If not, kill them. Get to the tomb. Excuse me. Now, the bad thing is you will have to fight your way through the tomb. You can kind of pull the enemies with you. Unfortunately, these guys have a ridiculous leash range. They basically don't leash, so you pretty much are going to have to fight a multitude of these enemies. Basically, for all intents and purposes, you have to fight the entirety of this temple. Like I said, they don't leash. So if you're by yourself, you might want to fight these guys one at a time. Now this is probably also the easiest of the bosses. He does do a bit of teleporting. Nothing too ridiculous though. But you will see, let me actually be able to interact with that plate. Here we go. And then you get that Phasard. Now, once you kill him, you should unlock your achievement if you did not unlock it early, as I did in the video. These achievements can be a bit buggy. You just try and get him in a corner and give him a good old beat down. He does like to stun you. Kind of make you go insane sometimes. That's why I said these guys aren't really much of a joke. You should always bring a friend if you're gonna do this. If I can get my encounter powers to work, he will be dead in a second. There we go. And I got the helm, and I got Phasard's, and I got the Undead Slayer ring. So this is the best thing that you could possibly get, because that is the tier 3 item. That is like one of the best things that you could get. And to go with it, I also got the helm. Now, it's the only piece that I got. I didn't get the others from the bosses, but that just goes to show you what you should be able to do. Now, you have to kill, like I said, you have to kill successfully those 3 bosses. Once you successfully kill those 3 bosses, you should unlock the achievement. That's how normal people have to do it. If it unlocks early for you and that's all you care about, well then, props to you. Because, well, it doesn't unlock that easily for most people. Anyways, this has been your guide to the Volo's Guide to Monsters Volume 2. I hope that you enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave a comment. Otherwise, smash the like button, share the video. It greatly helps out with the searchability of videos here on YouTube. And of course, subscribe for more content. So, until next time, stay frosty.